Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, with another guide, I guess. All right, we're gonna go over 20th Panzer, one of the most, just an amazing deck. It's just awesome. It's my favorite deck in the game, besides 21st, because I like to not even have to try and win. But 20th is something that a great 1v1 division, and it's a strong team game division as well. I think it's one of the best. It's got all the tools you could ever want in a division, and let's go through it right now. So this is a team deck. Go over some of the tools. This is one of mine. So one of the best things this deck has, it's got its Panzer 3Ms, and they kind of slept on this. They have 150 penetration. They have 4 rounds of it. They have normal 100 rounds. They can take 2 shots. They got pretty good armor, 70. Things are really good. They're slow. I mean, they're the same as Piece of Sherman, but they're awesome. These things are awesome. They're really cheap, 50 points. They're cost efficient, and you duel them together. You can't say anything bad about this. These are normal BMWs. These have mortars. These don't have mortars. These things are used for your mortars because they have the radios, which is the only reason you'd ever bring them. Get your normal off-color. You don't really get anything interesting. You can bring it in this MG vehicle with another MG34, but that's kind of it. Look at all the transports here. Other than that, nothing too much. You got your normal infantry squad, recon again. Nothing really too interesting. I wouldn't really bring these unless you're actually gonna use recon, but I'm in the theory that you shouldn't use them. Now we get the infantry tab. Infantry tab's got everything you want as well. You got your Erzats, can't go wrong. Get your Ostrupen, which are really good too. These guys are cheap. 20 points. You get an MG34. They're not, they're good. They're strong. They're cheap, and you get pretty good availability. You don't get good availability in C, so just be wary of that. But 12, 16, but not as good as an Erzat availability. And these Erzats are phase locked. So you have no choice. You have to bring them in. And this is a must take. You have to bring them. Another thing to note is you get some Pioneers and Panzergrens. You get plenty of Panzergrens. Plenty. You also can bring them in half tracks. So that's always a bonus. And as we can see, our Germans are fused within their tanks. Their feet go inside the tanks. They just build around them, I guess. Look at this guy. His feet. If you can look right there, or you can zoom in, you can see his feet are like inside the vehicle. So pretty impressive. Look at that. Look at the viewport. He's not even looking at it. It's like way too high. The man can't see outside the tank. Maybe it's because he's fused within the tank. Other than that, another thing to note is you get half tracks for leaders. You get different types of leaders. You do get one half track that's kind of good with the Panzergun Führer. You can get the AT gun. Which is nice. He's got decent penetration. We go to the stat, 65 penetration, but you use it for the heat, for the HE round. Really good. You also get Panzergun DPs. You want something more cheap, really efficient, and you do get some Grosstroop. They have a Molotov. These guys are pretty, you get pretty good availability, but you got to remember they're 15 points, but they are only 5 dudes. They do die quick, so be concerned with that. Moving down the line to the tank tab. So I tried to say, Fusion kind of forgot about this unit. The Panzer 3Ls and Ms. 40 points, 150 penetration, pretty good rate of fire. I don't know why this is 40 points. Like Shermans are 70 or 80 points now, 75 points. Panzer 4s are 70 points. It seems like they kind of slept on it, and I think it's a mistake. This thing is amazing, must take. Bring these things. They're phase locked, but they're great. You also get the Butastalin, so you get your own IS-2. This thing's awesome. Can't say much about it. It's just another IS-2. For whatever reason, though, I swear to God, the stats are the same, but this IS-2 seems to do better against, the Russian IS-2s. So, something to note, but you guys can kind of test that out yourself. Get your Panzer 4Gs, a little more cost-efficient Panzer 4. Get your normal Panzer 4Hs. None of them are phase locked. You bring them whatever. You also get to bring some T-34s. These are phase locked to A and B. And then you also get our Panzer 4 Ace here, and he's obviously lovely, but he's just another Panzer 4. The field. Now Sport tab, get some awesome stuff. This is going to be more ideal for 1v1s. Just get your flamethrowers. Get these flame. Oh my God! Look at these guys fused inside the tank. This guy able to see outside. I guess this guy can see outside his viewport. But this thing's useless. Don't ever bring it. The problem with this thing is it's the range. The range is 116 meters. But like, an infantry squad's Panzerfaust is 120, so not that much, like a minimal range. So, get in that. It's too close. You're just not gonna be able to use it. The Panzer 4 F1s are gods. These things are awesome. They're phase locked to A, but they kill enemy AT guns. They're 30 points, same cost as a Panzer gun. These things are worth it in every regard. Same with the Panzer 3N. These things are awesome as well. These are not phase locked. The grill is a beast. 150mm round takes out any AT. Compare with your Panzer 4 blob. Stuff like that. You get your MG42s, obviously. You get your IG guns. You have an option of commander between infantry, you know, Panzer 3, and then you know, whatever this is, half-track commander, who also has his feet fused. In fact, he's so fused that the MG42 is going through his chest and out on his back. Oh, God. What is going on, Eugen? Wow. Whoops. This guy just moved his body to shoot. Anyway, this is the only thing to note about this deck, so this is support tab. AT-wise, AT tab is awesome. You get your, obviously, get your Panzer Shreks. Unfortunately, there's not like it's not the best availability like the Americans, but you know, you get 4, 8, 12. Get your light AT gun, you know, some penetration, 75. You get your, this is pretty cool though. It's got this unique squad. I can't say it. Panzer, I'm not gonna even try it, but you only get phase lock to A. You get 3 of them. Bigger squad of the Panzer Shrek. These guys can actually take a little bit of beating before they die. Something pretty good. You also get these robotic. It's crewed by nobody, but German technology is more futuristic than we do. So it's a robotic tank that can fire on its own. It's a Pack 40, 35 points, 145 penetration. Its accuracy is crap. It dies in 1 shot, so be wary of that. It is phase locked to A. You get also some captured Russian stuff. You get a Pack 76.2mm. It's okay. There's better choices, like a Pack 40. Get Martyrs. These are must-take. Martyrs are gods. 190 penetration. They also have 145 on normal gun. These things are awesome. Cannot recommend them enough. They do not kill infantry, though, and AT guns. These things die. Their HE round sucks. Don't utilize them for that. Pack 40s. What do I have to say about Pack 40s? They're just awesome. And then your Pack 43s. These things are your heavy tank killers. 100 points, 230 penetration. Beasts of the battlefield. So use those. Sorry, broski. Other time. AA tab. Strong AA tab. Get your 37mm. Get your 81mm. Sorry, get your flak 41mm. Tons of cool stuff here. You also can bring, I believe, yeah, you can bring if you want these flak 20s with another flak gun half track. So that's another flak gun you can add if you really want to. Get your SK. This thing just has all the AA you need. You also have your SDKFZs if you really want that too. And none of them are phase locked, so you can bring them whenever you feel like it. Super convenient. So, except this one. These guys are phase locked to A and B. But they're pretty fun. Anyway, AA tab, awesome. Can't go wrong there. Artillery tab is where we get a little more interesting here. You get plenty of 150s here. You get your 105s, get your 100mm, get your 120s. You get your mortar spam if you want a mortar spam. You get 2 cards of them. You also get your West 105s. Things are awesome. But why bring a 105 when you can bring a Hummel? The Hummels are gods of the archer counter battery. Very few things can compete with these guys. You need like a direct hit on these things to do any damage, and it's a good chance they'll still survive, even from like a long tom shell. So these things are awesome. I really cannot recommend them. But if you even want more stuff, you get the Warframen. This guy fused in the tank? Almost not, if his leg was just a little more in. And look, the MG is not fused through his body. But this thing's awesome. This is your tank killer. Kills IS-2s, kills anything. Kills everything. This thing is so good. You have to bring these. I cannot recommend them enough as well. And we'll look at it when we go into the game. Air tab is pretty strong as well. You get clusters. Just be careful, your D5s. For whatever reason now, the Eugen gods, or the ST2 gods, have deemed it that Shermans, like 4 Shermans, will shoot down these things. So if you're driving over and Shermans, like you see a blob of Shermans, and you're going to try to cluster them, don't, unless you're going to send another aircraft out with them. Because they're just going to get suppressed before they can drop their clusters. The B410s are pretty bad. I don't really recommend these. They do get the ME-109s. Their fighters aren't the best. That's the one thing I'd say they're weak against. You get plenty of aircraft though. D5s, you get a Recon. BF-109 G2s are okay. You do get plenty of availability though for the bombers. 2, 4, 7. You do get some ME-109s with rockets as well. And then you get your MG42s, trenches, and barbed wire. And now let's switch over to the good old 1v1 deck. Alright, 1v1. What's so great about the 1v1 deck? Well, everything. It has all the tools you need to win. What do you need to win the 1v1? You need medium tanks, spam and infantry spam. So you got plenty of infantry. I have a lot of them, so you can see that. Like I bring the Panzer 3Ms. I think they're really great. I think it's a must take. I think all the other things are not very good for 1v1s. I bring lots and lots of infantry. I went with this deck with no half tracks, just my opinion. I want my guys to go fast and faster and faster while the tanks do all the pushing. But there's plenty of room here if you're a half track fan to put in half tracks on all your infantry, bring them in, knock out some people. I actually recommend them. They're really great. It's just my play style, but for the most people, I think most people use half tracks in this deck. It's really strong. You got plenty of tanks. You got plenty of spam on Panzer 4s. You can really do some damage. They're super cost efficient as well right now. Pair them with like your F1s or some of your Panzer 3Ns. You can like kill any AT guns that come up on you. Come with up in any heavy tanks. You got some Marta 1s come up and support you. So really pair all your tanks together. Use those MG42, suppress a lot of the IG guns and AT guns as well. They'll dominate the gun, any engagement. Definitely recommend bringing the 100 millimeters. These things are super accurate. You can bring them with ammo as well. Bring some off map. I forgot to bring it. I don't even know why I didn't mention this, but you also get the 220 millimeter off map. These things are awesome. They do really good damage. You can clear out areas if you need to. Bring some clusters. Bringing the cluster card is key. Tanks start breaking through anything, you need them. If you're going to use the BF-109 G2s, you need to at least have 2 of them in a pair to shoot down 1 aircraft. One of them will not do it by themselves reliably. Flamethrowers are key. Panzer Grand's Erzat's key. What else to say? I think that's kind of it about this tab. I recommend you bring an 88. Maybe there's too much A in here, actually. Could take out the SDKF. But I do recommend bringing out the 88s, especially an A card. These guys can lock down large sections of the map. They have 2,000 range. They have a really good penetration, 160. Really cost efficient. But like 3 Shermans will overwhelm the 88. Just be wary of that. And if somebody uses an aircraft to distract the 88 and then 2 Shermans come up, they will suppress your 88 before you can really do anything. Or you can make sure you micro it directly to tell it to ignore the aircraft. Careful with those people doing that. Pack 40s are great. Bring those. Anyway, this is my deck, and I kind of modify it based off what you're doing. If you're playing a more infantry deck, I'd bring some more half tracks for the infantry. If you're playing more another Panzer deck, if I had to focus more on the tanks, you change the availability of them too. I don't really recommend double vetting anymore. Because look, if you do, like, you get, like, for example, let's go look at A. A, you get 1, 5, you lose 1, you get 1 vet it, but you lose another 2 if you do that, so I get 2 tanks. So double vetting is, I don't think, is so key. I said I would lose leaders to do so. I bring artillery leaders in B, more pioneers in A, and I bring a commander, a mobile commander, just in case the front's moving. Anyway, let's go in the game now. Let's go check out some of the stuff, cool, features that this deck has. All right, welcome back. Well, I mean, we just had a transition. So we're gonna go over some of the cool stuff. Let's first go over the off map. You get 220. You get 2 shots with this baby. Check out the only 2 shots I recommend is obviously the normal round. Super good, and also the long duration. It's a really good long duration. We'll check out both of them. Actually, we messed it up. Oh, by the way, going a little too fast. Let's say you want to cancel an off map. You drop it. I'm hearing a lot of people talk about this. You're like, yeah, how do I cancel it? You can't click on the unit and push E. That won't do it. You got to come down to the bottom left here and then actually select this and push E. More pause, but you'll see. Yeah, there you go. It goes away. So you drop it like this. Like, I don't like that. You got to click on this part and then push E. Even if the vehicle dies, you can cancel it. But you probably don't want to at that point. So we'll check them out. The long duration takes less time to put down for some reason. Normal more. This thing's pretty beastie. It's 220, so it's pretty, it does the work. We'll fast forward it. I like the long durations. Pretty actually, I like the long duration better. Drops 2 shots. Well, it usually drops 2 shots or 3 shots. Presses, normal shots coming in though. You can see that killing tanks here. So following up this is really good. And this is really good to lock down area, but really following up after this with some infantry to surrender. Now, the aircraft, we got D5s. D5s will kill Brute Stalins every single time. The one thing good about D5 is besides right click on an enemy target, a bomb, you can also just tell it to cluster somewhere. So we want to cluster this our own target. Just push T, hold down T, and then click where you want it to bomb. You can see that our long duration is killing over there. And then it will do a nice cluster. Boom. This thing kills anything it clusters. But, as I said before, 4 Shermans can suppress this thing. A lot of half-tracks too can suppress it. And it will not drop its bomb load. Slow, but really efficient. Now, Another beautiful thing is you obviously know how radio mortars work. Out here, they're inaccurate. In here, with the radio, they're super precise. These things are cancerous, carry mortar, you know, they smoke. These things kill tanks, just great. You can really mortar spam with this deck. And then we go over the next piece of artillery. Actually, let's see that one last. Hummel's really good. These are 150s over here. They have a lot less ammo. Be wary of that. But they don't die, so that's huge. And these carry a huge payload. They can kill enemy tanks too, but I recommend dedicating these guys to kind of battery. 150s though, you know, just your heavy German standard artillery. These things will destroy enemy artillery, no problem, and SP artillery, and can kill tanks. And you can clear out entire sections of a town. For example, it's just, you know, tab here, push the button tab, and then push T. You want to attack ground. You can just like cancel. You can lock down a whole road like this, and then drive vehicles to surrender everybody. This is really fun. You can let's actually push C for a second. Make sure everybody fires together. Or fire now. See, that shot already killed an infantry squad. Bam. So that's another good thing you do with these things. These things are awesome. One of the best counter batteries in the game. And their accuracy back here is pretty good. Same gun, just a little better. Now, the one thing you gotta use in this deck, and it's absolutely a must take, is the beautiful Warframens. These things are awesome. We'll check it out here. Let's say you want to kill. All right, you can't be so close, but like, let's say you wanted to kill this Brute Stalin. If you want to kill a Brute Stalin, you want to aim. You have to kind of guess, right? Ideally, you'd have two of them, and you'd fire one here and one here. So if he reverses or goes forward when their artillery starts coming in, he's gonna get killed. That's the best way. If you're playing against a really good player and he's microing really well, when you fire the Warframen round, you know, you just tell it to fire here. The player will move out of it before he gets shot. So two of them is more safe. But obviously, if the player can't micro it everywhere, you know, who knows? Or you can or what you can do a lot of times is, you know, he can't move forward, but he has to move backwards. If this is, you know, he can place it behind the vehicle, so you know when he starts moving it, he's gonna get it. That's kind of a guessing game. It's kind of a micro thing you have to do with any player. But if you want a confirmed kill, just drop it like this. And we'll have these guys, we'll fire. This thing kills everybody. And we have another two of them, and we'll show you what it does to infantry. These things are the best. Can't go wrong. They kill blobs, kill everything. There you go, easy kill. Now, and it carries two shots, so you fire two volleys. Takes some time to reload to fire the second volley. But you need ambush shots for these. If you want to kill other stuff, though, well, this guy's on push Z if you want to put it on return fire. That's what I'm telling it. And then when I unload the Z, it'll fire all the rounds. Curious what I'm doing. Firing. And thrashing all these guys. See that? This is what's so beautiful about this thing. This thing kills everything. So really useful. You got some bombers here. We can check out the bomber. They just carry, you know, 250 kilogram bomb. You can just drop a bomb here and drop a bomb here. Drop a bomb on a tank. They'll kill AT guns in one bounce. They can kill tanks too. I think you need 3 of them. I think that's how it works. Fortunately, we're missing. Yeah, you need 3 to kill a tank. Just be wary of that. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment. And I know most of you aren't subscribed, so, you know, subscribe. Come on, just do it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys around.